It's on.
Okay. Hi, my name's Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
I've been sober for 3 years. Socratic Seminar. Why I'm trying to break the ice for everyone.
Thank you, Eric.
Why does essentially bring Antigone to Creon despite knowing she will be executed? Is the death penalty a fitting punishment for Antigone's crime? Explain. How does she defend herself? I said that the Century knows that he must bring Antigone to Creon because Creon will kill him because Creon jumped to a quick conclusion thinking that the Century was doing it, trying to bring Creon down from his power. And then I feel that the death penalty isn't a right punishment for Antigone's crime because she was just trying to honor her brother for fighting. And then she defends herself by using her pride and that she said that she's not sorry for what she did, also blaming the gods in her arguments.
Also, it wasn't the Century's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to be blamed for something I didn't do, I'd obviously go after the accused. I wouldn't take the death penalty for someone that I didn't even know, especially when you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but Antigone should get the death penalty because she went against the law that Creon said. So it's pretty much just treason.
Okay.
Well, in my opinion, I said that the Century brings Antigone to Creon mostly to save himself, as Eric said, because he's very obedient to Creon and does not want to anger him. I said the death penalty is not a fitting punishment because here in America, the death penalty is dished out for heinous crimes, and it's something obviously morally wrong that you've done, and discuss those a part of your city or area. And in this situation, the people of Thebes agree with what she's done and think it's honorable. The only person who doesn't agree with it is Creon. So I don't think that that punishment has any support from the people.
He sets the laws though, so what he said should be followed.
Very true.
I mean,
Also,
laws are based off someone's, I guess, values, and his values was not to bury the Polynesians, I think his name was. And I know obviously it's morally wrong to kill her because she didn't actually harm anyone, but the death penalty still was just in that state, like Bill said.
Yeah, so
Joe, you got anything to say?
I mean, yeah, I think Creon's law is kind of unjust, and the Century, well, he didn't want to get punished for the crime he didn't commit, and yeah, I don't believe the death penalty is fitting for Antigone's crime because, like I said, I think the law that Creon said to not bury Polynesians is unjust. Antigone wants to bury Polynesians because he's her brother, and it's the right thing to do.
I agree with what everyone else is saying. I do think it's an unjust punishment on her part because she's just trying to follow her religious beliefs, and I think that if you don't have a community based off religion, then you're kind of going to be all, just every punishment is going to be death, and then you just won't have a lot of people following Creon's rule, and he'll eventually be overruled.
Zach, do you have a
Yeah, I kind of agree with everyone else in this discussion that it is not morally right to basically kill her for burying her brother because here in America we have a right to bury whoever we feel like, and
It says it in the Constitution, right to bury.
yeah, okay, and how it says how she defends herself is she kind of she doesn't feel guilty for what she did, and she kind of tells everybody, she told the Century to go and tell him anyways, and go out and tell everybody that she did it, and she never was guilty upon doing it, so she kind of stayed peaceful and stuff even though she was going to die, so she kind of I don't know. And then everyone got on her side, including the chorus, and agreed with her, against Creon. So it's coming back on Creon and his, wrong, morals.
what about the first part of the question? We didn't really touch on that. Basically, if the century, I mean, we did, but do you guys believe he's right in doing what he did by turning her in?
Yeah, I do. Because
Yeah.
he's saving his own life. He
Yeah.
would have killed him. Why would you want to die for someone else's cause?
Yeah, I feel like he had to do it. He might have not wanted to, that's when he has to do it to himself. And he can't go against Creon because he knows what will happen. Creon pretty much told him, saying, Creon thought he was trying to take him down from power. Creon was going to kill him if they didn't find anybody who did it. So he knew that he had to do it or he was going to die for Antigone. And
Any comments? International student.
I think the death isn't a campaign of taking punishment for Antigone's crime, because I think she just want to do something for her mother, and she defends herself by saying that she's a being long god.
Very valid point.
Like the last part.
Yes, very much like the last part.
Sorry. Antigone needs to ensure that her brother has an intact body for entering the underworld of the afterlife. And I agree with you guys said.
Okay. Because Asia is obey the law of the God. She want to bury his brother, and most people think she is right. Yeah.
What I put is the century brings Antigone to Creon because he wants to save himself if he doesn't find the yeah. And the death penalty is not a fitting punishment for Antigone's crime because what Antigone trying to do is burying his brother, and that's really innocent.
Move on to the next one.
yeah.
Wanna take it? What does family have to do with Creon's instance on carrying out the sentence? What does he hope to prove?